G'day punters, welcome back to the MacBet Early Move. I'm your host James Milner, and joining me as always, professional punter John McLeod. John, how you going?
Hey James, good mate. We're all in white, eh?
Here we are a little bit. We've lined up. We've lined up, and we've lined up big on the results last week. All smiles from you. We shot the lights out. There was a big Melbourne Cup day push. We went well there across 3 tracks. Friday night there was a $17, $18 winner there at the coast, and just been plugging away nicely. Won at 57% return on investment last week. Picked up 37 units. Just dream week.
Yeah, it was a bit of a team effort too. I think everyone threw in. I think Brody found the $17 shot, and then Tom topped it up in the yard, off the yard, and having a look at it. So, and then apart from that, it was just sort of like sharing the load, and got away with a few winners. So it was a really good week. And we probably needed it. We'd gone through a little flat line there for a while, and but that's booted us, up and clear for the last 3 months or something like that. I think I had a look at the figures, and we were sort of we were flat line. We weren't losing too much, we weren't winning too much, but that's boosted us, that's for sure.
Definitely just chipping away, yeah. And for the year, we're up 289 units at 12.8%. It's about 28K if you're doing $100 units, and that's a lot more if you're doing more. So really good to see things profitable after went on a big run at the start, and then just sort of went flat, and then it's kicking again now. Hopefully it continues. Would you just say that's quality of racing or quality of horses?
No, really. Like we did say, I think on this podcast, that last Friday was going to be, we were really keen on a fair few horses up there, and as it turned out, we had a big night that night. So it's just being patient and waiting for the meeting that we're pretty keen on, and just hang in there, until the races are look right. And like yesterday, I think we might have lost about 5 units or 4 or 5 units sort of thing. A couple from the yard, which we bet around a couple of favourites and got them beat, but we couldn't find the winners. So that was a bit of a problem. We're potting sort of even money shots, and we just couldn't find that winner. So it was a bit frustrating yesterday, but we're thereabouts anyway.
Absolutely. And I've noticed, like, the more units, the more units you put on, the more confident you are. But on those days where you are having a larger outlay, it seems to be returning well. So, when it's on, it's on. And I've seen, just judging by the totals recently, a lot more confidence.
Well, I suppose that's like anything. If you're starting to find a few winners, you open up your chest a little bit and push forward a bit. I'm all for bunkering down when things are not going so good, and push up when things are going well. So it's just a way of doing it. Like it's the opposite way. If you're doing your ass and the pumpkin goes on and you start throwing grenades everywhere, you just you go out the back door. So
ends in tears pretty quick, doesn't
it? Yeah. And we've all done it. It's not to say that bloody I haven't done it, not just once, probably 10 times. In my 20s, that's for sure. And but I try, thank God, probably in the last 10 years I haven't done it. And probably might even be one in the previous 5. So you learn it. You do learn it, and you sort of just try to bunker down, sort of thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's that discipline, and lots of people struggle with it. You talk to anyone, and people definitely stake up and try and get out late in the last kind of thing. But I think that's why you've managed to achieve such good results over time, is just that discipline. And you've won consistent. I was looking at the last few years of results the other day. You've won consistently over 3-4 years, even more, since MacBet started, and it hovers around the 10. It's amazing how often it just hovers around that 10% throughout the year. I know last year we were losing, and we ended up pretty much just breaking square or winning very small. But apart from that, just consistent, very consistent.
Well, look, before you came along, it was probably as consistent. I look back this year, we've lost 2 out of the the 10 months at the moment.
Yep.
So hopefully this month, we're on the trajectory to win this one. So, and that's pretty much how we used to be, a few years back. We'd be very surprised when we lost on a month. We'd have a look and sort of just try to work it out. But last year we did have a few losing months and few winning ones, but it was too much. It wasn't consistent enough for us. And whereas this year it's become a bit more consistent and maybe back to where we were probably 3 or 4 years ago or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's a pleasure to follow, and we got lots of people following along as well, and getting a good result out of that, which has been really great. Especially leading up to Magic Millions and all the summer carnival stuff as well. It's a great time of year. It's getting a bit warmer, and yeah, like you said, we can open the chest up a bit and have a bet. It's good.
Well, yeah, there's some nice horses going around tomorrow. They're first up from the spell and everything, and it's going to be interesting how this track plays, and whether the rain comes, and it's sort of I just wish there was no rain at the moment and no rain to come, and there's probably 2 or 3 horses that I want to just charge into, and one of them we're going to talk about. But again, I like the price at the moment, but I'm not backing it at the moment because I've just got to wait for the scratchings, or what's going to happen with this rain.
You have to do the opposite of a rain dance. I don't know what that looks like. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it now. You can do it in your own time, but I'm going to do the opposite of a rain dance.
I won't be doing too much dancing, that's for sure.
maybe after the race. So we'll look at Doomben shortly, but let's just quickly, while we're talking about last week, we'll go through our top 3 improvers. So you liked the run of Denzel in race 2 at Doomben, ran second from the Heathcote yard, I believe. Happy with that run?
He chased home that really nice horse from what's it called?
Go Wanji, is it? Yeah.
Go Wanji. Go Wanji's a big, strong, powerful thing, and Denzel, it's been a horse that has probably had a few little issues, but he's a nice horse. His coat's been a little bit unusual prior to that run the other day. I was sort of like just humming and ahhing about him, the way he looks in the yard and everything, and just didn't think he would totally look right. But I think he's right now, and he chased well, and like he didn't go that much worse than the Go Wanji. So put him in a nice midweek race or even town at the moment, as long as he puts him in the next week or so, because after in 2 weeks' time or whatever, we're starting to get the big boys starting to come back, and there'll be stronger races leading into these, trying to climb through the ranks, and he needs to just find a race quickly for us, before the big boys come.
Get on his bike, he might get found out at the high level there. And yeah, your second best improver from the week was Go Wanji in that same race. Like the run was pretty short odds.
Yeah, nothing wrong. Just doing everything right, and he just put him away. I just like the way. The reason why I put him in second, Go Wanji, is the other horse seems to have a little bit more improvement or upside, whereas Go Wanji, everyone knows him. He sees him. He's going good and all that sort of stuff. Whether he's, he could keep on climbing. There's nothing to say he can't. But I just thought, really, as a betting proposition, the other one was a better one.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, top improver out of last week was Tumbler Ridge, ran 4th there in race 8 at Eagle Farm.
Went good, this thing. Was definitely new in the yard, was going to improve, but his runs first up last preparation, I think, were really good, and he did it again. Now, I'm not 100% sure how his second up run was last prep, but we'll have a look at that next time when he starts. But he's definitely got improvement out of the yard, and whether next time is it going to be his go or the third up run might be the one. Sometimes they can be a bit flat off a not a tough run, but like a peak performance, and I think he really nearly went to a peak performance the other day, and so he might be flat second up, third up might be really his go. So we'll just I'll just have to have a look at that second up caper and see how he went last time after a good run.
See how it goes, and yeah, if not third up. So yeah, Tumbler Ridge one to follow there after improving at Eagle Farm. We touched on the Doomben track, but I'll just run us through the conditions here. It's currently a soft 6, rails in the true position, and you're hoping for a drying track. How are you expecting? What's it going to start? Is it still going to be a soft 6? Is there rain around? I haven't even looked.
Yeah, well, tonight there's supposed to be plenty of rain coming up, coming through, and then rain tomorrow. So I can't see it being a dead 4, or it could be a soft 5 and up.
Yep.
That's the thing. And this track, when the rail is in, a little bit of rain, it's 3 to 5 zone. That's going to be the go right on the fence. I don't think is going to be the right spot to be.
Okay.
So I don't mind being, if the rain comes, I don't mind being on that type of midfield 6-2 wide position. That's going to be my prime position where I want horses to be. So that's where I'll be looking for.
All right, and yeah, you found one to back in race 9. It's benchmark 85 handicap over the 1350 meters. I'll just run us through the market quickly. More Than Number One is your favorite at $2.20. Xenifer 550. Indispensable is $7. Academy $8. Barney's Law $8.50. Don't Stop is $12. Constant Flight $17, and Better the rest. Let's just dive straight in to the favorite. More Than Number One. It's the one you're keen on. Why are you backing it? And you got to keep the streak going. We've ticked up 3 in a row, John. You got to keep it going.
Yeah, well, I just can't get away from this horse. Just flying. He has had a little bit of time off since his big coast win, but he had a trial just recently down in the Northern Rivers and had a very easy trial. Just didn't really, knock him around at all. And it was a good trial heat. It was very, very nice. And I think he can sort of, he'll probably be maybe a length or 2 further back than I would like him to be on this track. But I don't know what can beat him if he's right. I can't even find a second pick in this race.
Wow.
Like centre for they've got a 550. I think that's really short. But he's probably second pick on what he's done. Last preparation at Ipswich a couple of times, or at Ipswich I think it was Ipswich Cup Day. He ran second. It was probably a little bit unlucky. But I would say More Than Number One, he would have won that race by 3 or 4 lengths if he was in it. So he's just well in. Malian rides this horse well. This is the type of horse that he rides good.
Yep.
He's not a pusher and a shover. He's just a flop on their head and just let them be where they want to be, and then just track into it and go bang.
Yep.
He's not a pusher and a shover, that's for sure and certain. And this is, what this horse needs. And with any luck, I like even the wet. I don't think that's not going to. It's not a real big concern. I think that he's going to be coming the right part of the track. It's just that 1 or 2 lengths back further than we would have liked.
Yep.
But the speed up front should be okay. Shydon shows good speed, goes along fairly quickly. He didn't lead at the coast the other day because he come out slow. And Academy led by about, went along really quickly in Sydney last time when they put the blinkers on him. Now he's got the wide gate. He's going to have to work around Barney's Law, and so there's going to be some solid speed up front. And there was no speed at the coast, and More Than Number One was able to just power over the top of it. So speed on just wins. He's an odds-on shot. He's $1.80 shot in our book, and that's where we got him. And I think he'll win.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, it looks like the 4 units outlaid as our early move. You've been going good in this sort of price range as well for our early move over the last few weeks, between that sort of $2.20, $2.60 mark. They've been getting backed in well by Saturday morning, and then they sort of keep coming for them up to the race, and they've been winning. So
yeah, well, this is, I think there was one last week that blew a little bit, to come right in and then blew out a little bit.
That was interesting.
It is because of it was a back marker, and they're gonna, the market does like to take a little stand against back markers. I don't blame them, but sometimes they're just better than it. And I think this is another back marker, but I think it's better than it. So hopefully the market, I don't think it'll slam into it might get into our price around the $1.80, but I wouldn't be surprised if it stays around the 220, 230, 240 mark if the track's wet, because it's a back mark, a wet track. You know, the bookies want to take them on. You know,
Yep.
so we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Looks a nice setup. Looks a nice bet. We'll keep an eye out for that there in race 9. Now we'll be doing a few races on Betfair over the next few weeks. We'll be putting a few platinum races up. So platinum is $150 per meeting on our website. Gives you all the rated prices for the runners there, the race comment, the speed map, exotics guide. It's everything. Well, it's what you and I are looking at right now on the screen, John, and what you're pretty much just looking at for reference when you're looking at the race. So we'll have a few of those up for free on Betfair, and that'll be race 8, the Keith Nowd Stakes, which is just a mouth-watering field. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, there's a couple. You know, there's a couple of varies if you have a look on the one on Betfair. There's a map bet price, and then a column, and a no map column, and a pre-market column. You know, the no map column pretty much means that if we don't put our map into it and how we adjust horses because of where they are, that's its price. You know, so you know if the track's changing or doing something, you can revert back to that and then work forward from it, working out how you think the track is playing. So it's sort of, we use it a lot just to see where we sit with a particular horse. And, sometimes we have a horse at $10 and because of the map, it finishes up around the $4.50 shot.
Yeah.
And if it is $4.50, well, then we know that we've given it every chance to, because of the map, and it's really a $10 horse, but the map's given it every possible. And, we need a little bit of value there for sure, and certainly in those sort of circumstances. Whereas other times where, we might have a horse at, maybe $6 or $7 and it's $2.50 on the map, no map, and, it's saying it's the best horse. It just needs a little bit of luck. And so it's a really good guide. It's a good tool for us. We use it. I've used it for what, 30 years. So.
Unbelievable. It's definitely stood the test of time, hasn't it?
Yeah. So it's really good, and everyone can see it if they jump on and get the platinum.
Yeah, for sure. It's like it's almost like a bit of an undo button. You can sort of see where you started from, where you've built to, and then instead of clicking undo, you can actually see where you're at. So it's nice.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Too good. All right. Well, that's about all from us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you head to macbet.com.au and get the information this weekend. We'll be betting tomorrow. I'm assuming it's Sunshine Coast, but the thing to have right now is a weekly subscription. Honestly, you're going to get the yard at most meetings and get our bets in every race. So,
we've got Gatton and Caloundra tomorrow, so we're going to do both. So we're doing both meetings. So we're going to just do Caloundra, but we're doing both meetings.
Wow. Well, definitely the time to get involved with the subscription, guys. If you have any questions at all, or you're thinking about signing up, feel free to swing me a message on Twitter, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Good luck this weekend, John, and let's do our opposite of a rain dance.
Anything but. Okay, mate.
Cheers. Bye.